Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a flip through of this journal, art journal, and I had made these a while back to sell in my shop, and I kept one for myself. So basically it's just I forget what this is, a B6 size, I think. It's like 5 by 7, I think. And initially when I kept it, I mostly kept it for the fabric because I had a limited amount of this fabric. It was gifted to me, and I wanted to keep a little piece of it for myself. So anywho, what this turned into was a place for me to clean off my brushes. I started it with some swatches. This is usually how I will break in a journal, is with swatches. And these were like my first set of professional grade watercolors, so I wanted to have like a nice like a special place for them to be swatched. So after the swatches though, this happened to be like the closest thing to me when I was doing art journaling in my other books, and so then it became just like a random like random swatch, random like extra paint placeholder basically. So on top of like all the extra paint, I said these would be really great like backgrounds for art journaling. So I started off with this one, and I didn't go in any particular order in here. If I remember like what the initial intent was, I'll go through it, but mostly I'll talk about process. So this is something that anyone can easily do if you're just starting out in art journaling. I didn't pay much attention to like color combo or what do they call that, like placement. I didn't really care about that. I basically just threw leftovers in here, so the paint was like leftover paint, and then a lot of the images in the beginning were just like extra images from like when I cut up magazines. Like I would find some that still like had a good focal image, so I would go ahead and just use those in here. And there's like different, I know everyone uses like the word download or whatever, but you know, sometimes I do get messages like the creative process, kind of without sounding too woo-woo, opens up my like third eye, and I do have messages coming through. And so I think of it as like my spirit guides whispering to me little tidbits of life knowledge to get me through. Here again, it's paint that I don't really use a lot, like browns and like these greens and like these powder blues. And then I had leftover scraps from a Patreon background from Megan, and I found this image, and I tried to draw the Eye of Ra whenever I can. I do have or feel a connection to the Eye of Ra. And this one I did here on YouTube. And this one, the background paint was already there, and then I kind of built up on it. So if you really want to see like what it looks like when you're going from just like regular swatch to building up layers to create a journal thread, then I will link that for you up here so that you can watch it. And then sometimes I will come back in after the fact, and I will like add things if I feel like there's empty spaces. So in this case, I added Dream World, and then I painted with a crayon just to fill in some of this empty space. Again, no rhyme or reason. These were all leftover pieces from sticker paper that I didn't want to throw out. And then this was, I think this was inspired by a book I read. So yeah, we do have book inspired journaling pieces in here. I'm very drawn to the notion and like the idea that everyone is a magnet, because we're all like contain like plus and minus ions in our bodies, and like that whole idea. So basically this was just like the background. I was playing around with my new watercolors, and then I found this picture, and then I had all these scraps, and I just think it kind of fit the idea well. The we are magnets part happened after the fact. This was another book inspired spread. This I also, did I do this? I believe I did this on YouTube, but this was Alice in Wonderland inspired. More messages. I think this was like a grief piece. Yeah, same thing, another grief piece. And around this time is when I started to get into like AI and creating and refining images to fit like what I wanted, what I saw in my head. And someone had asked me on my last video, where do I go to use AI? I use Deep AI. And the one tidbit of advice that I will give you is that initially don't get frustrated, because they don't all come out looking great like normal humans. In the beginning, like the first few months that I tried, it was like these grotesque people that were like scary, really scary. And it wasn't until I like studied more and read more of like the feeds dedicated to AI that I learned like how to refine and word your prompts so that you have a normal looking human. This is just there's no rhyme or reason behind this. It was just collage. I felt like these images went well with her, and I wanted to give her like a halo because she's got kind of like this angelic thing about her. So that's pretty much what this is. This was, I think, a full moon or a new moon spread, and these are magazine images. I just wrote my like manifestation wish as if she were speaking it out into the atmosphere. And then this was from a piece of ephemera that I cut up, and I have a little star that is escaping here, so I'm just gonna stick it on there. This is like a combo book inspired journaling piece plus some messages that came through, another grief piece. This was this one is kind of personal, so I won't like go into the meaning, but basically it's like a message to myself acknowledging a source of pain and anxiety. So this one, I kept it really simple. I have my girl, and then this was in a bouquet of flowers that I got for Valentine's Day. How to make your flowers last longer. This was another like manifestation art journaling piece. And as I'm going through these, if you have any questions, then please put them down in the comments. Like I blank out when I flip through these. So I try to think of all the questions that I get asked, but like sometimes I forget. This is unfinished. And this will happen sometimes, or a lot of the times. A lot of these, it took several days to finish. And this is a journal I've had now for, I think, over a year. So it takes me a while to get through these because these are a bit more layered. So like the paint part is not hard because I'm just throwing paint, you know, leftover paint. And some of like the background collaging is not hard. But like when it comes to like getting a focal image on here and then seeing if there's anything I want to bring to fruition or any messages that are coming through, or maybe it's a full moon or a grief piece or anything like that, that takes a little bit longer. So I'm saving this one because I'm not quite sure what I'd like to use this for. And then this is a manifestation piece, and that's it. And we have our swatches. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this flip through. I really enjoy using just the plain watercolor paper because, like I said, this is like layered over multiple days and there's like lots of medium in it. And it just absorbs really well. Like they're not really that wrinkly when you look at them. Like they didn't warp that much. And this is a thinner cardstock. This is, I think, 150 pound. I'm going to make a few blank ones with 300 pound cardstock, so it'll be even more absorbent and can take even more abuse, and I hope to have those in my shop hopefully by the end of March, but you know, life. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, or you can also put an emoji of your choice down in the comments. I always like seeing those emojis down there. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you so much for stopping by. I love you so much, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.